What I'm about to share with you today is more than just a shift in a business strategy. It's a transformation that has completely altered the trajectory of my life and career. Hey there, I'm Courtney Calla, a proud mom navigating the exhilarating chaos of raising 2 kids under 2 while simultaneously building a thriving real estate business. Over the past 3 years, I've accomplished what some might consider impossible. I've put over $270 million under contract, all while growing my family and my business. So, my journey into real estate wasn't a conventional one. I didn't start out with the intention of becoming a realtor. In fact, I was on the back end helping my husband run his real estate business, doing all of the marketing and operations when I quickly realized I wanted to be on the front end, helping him with the transactions. It was just a more effective use of my time. And months after I became licensed, we found out we were about to be parents too. Despite knowing it would be tricky to juggle being both a new mom and a busy realtor, I knew it would be possible to do both. After learning why my husband changed brokerages to eXp Realty shortly before I became licensed, I was intrigued and it prompted me to dive deeper into what the company has to offer. What I discovered was that it's a game changer, a cloud-based, technology-driven brokerage that was disrupting the old-school real estate model. Suddenly, the barriers I faced as a new mom and a busy agent seemed surmountable. eXp offered me something I hadn't found elsewhere, a platform that embraced innovation, collaboration, and flexibility. It wasn't just about selling homes. It was about building a sustainable, scalable business on my terms. I wasn't just renting a brokerage, I was owning one. And so, armed with the newfound clarity and conviction, I made the decision to join my husband at eXp Realty. My husband and I strive to focus on multiple revenue streams. So when I watched the video he sent me that explained eXp's model, what I learned continued to astound me, as I was able to see how innovative and radically different this model was compared to any other real estate company I had seen operating in the old school way, which real estate has been done since the beginning of time. Never had I seen an opportunity like this for a new mom and busy agent like myself. As realtors, we're often taught that there's only one way to scale in real estate. Build a big team, rent an office space, buy leads, hire more agents, do more transactions, then rinse and repeat. Open another office space, aka more and more overhead. This idea wasn't sitting well with me. As a new mom who was incredible at her job, I also valued being present for my family and there for my 2 babies with every new milestone they achieved, which meant the 2 most important things to me were constantly at odds: my career and my motherhood. I was closely evaluating all my opportunities and assessing them under a variety of variables. So I wondered, how do I grow my real estate business while not sacrificing my motherhood in the process? Constraints like these have always made me more creative and innovative in my business, and this time was no exception. Everything changed for me once I watched the video and understood the eXp model. I suddenly realized that I could turn the tables, and instead of being the underdog new agent and new mom, unsure of how I was going to grow my business and be a present mother, that I actually had the ability to thrive in that business. I was so excited by what I saw. It was innovative, it was smart, it was forward-thinking. It held a spot for an agent like me to build, and build big. As I watched, it dawned on me that there was a massive disruption happening in real estate in the industry being driven by a cloud-based, technology-driven brokerage called eXp Realty. I immediately began making plans, but like most people, I second-guessed myself. I was unsure of how to show up for my clients with a baby in tow. But what I saw through eXp's model meant that I was no longer tied to my local area, which means I was perfectly positioned to scale. So the question is this: how in the world does a new mom and busy agent like me use eXp's model to scale and build alongside the top producers? Well, eXp is a great equalizer, and to understand why, we need to pull back and see the big picture of the business building as a whole. I'm here with you today to show you exactly what I saw in industries that are transformed when disruptive technologies is introduced. Blockbuster is a perfect example. Blockbuster Video was a massive $5 billion company with over 9,000 brick-and-mortar stores. They completely dominated the industry, right? Netflix, on the other hand, had no stores, but they came along with a new model that grew into streaming videos, and within a few short years, they had put Blockbuster out of business. The same thing happened to the travel industry. Do you remember going to a travel agent to book a vacation or cruise? Not anymore. Travelocity, Hotels.com, and all the travel sites, they changed all of that. We've seen the same thing happen in the taxi industry and Uber, and it happened with the hotel and accommodation industry with Airbnb. Airbnb doesn't own any hotel rooms. They're a cloud-based company as well. But the most obvious example of the industry disruption is the retail industry and Amazon. There are thousands of brick-and-mortar stores that shut down every year, while Amazon, they're doing better than ever. Across the board, cloud-based companies have disrupted these industries, and now that same industry disruption is happening in real estate. eXp Realty is a cloud-based technology-driven company that has brought the most innovative changes we've seen in the real estate industry in over 100 years. The old school real estate brokerage model typically works like this. There's a big international company at the top, Remax, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, Sotheby's. Then they divide the country into regions. From there, they create franchises which brokers and owners purchase. Those brokers and owners then have to hire managers and recruiters and all the office staff who will all need a place to go. So they rent an office space and buy equipment and pay utilities. The brokers and owners take on most of the risk, paying for the office space, then paying to fill it with copy machines, internet, desks, computers, and coffee pots. Underneath all those expenses is the agent who prospects the client, does the transaction, and collects a commission, which then needs to pay for all that overhead. Their commissions get divided up to pay the broker, who pays the franchise, who pays the region, who pays the big international company at the very top. This model is all fine and good. It clearly works and has worked for several decades. But now the internet exists, making this top-heavy model incredibly difficult to sustain long-term. It's inefficient, stunts growth of the agent, and does not allow for a collaboration. eXp Realty is the new model. It's a cloud-based technology-driven company that eliminates costly commercial office space because it's all in the cloud, which means it eliminates millions of dollars of expenses. Just like Airbnb and Uber don't carry all that overhead, neither does eXp, which means that all the freed up money now goes back to making the agents' businesses and lives better in two major ways. The first is that it invests in providing the best business systems possible to support agents, systems to help streamline their work so they can do more in less time. This frees up the agent's time and allows them to be more efficient in their business. The second is that it puts more money back into the agent's pocket, which in turn allows more opportunities to create additional revenue streams inside their businesses because the agent now has more time and more capital. Through eXp's model, we're seeing more and more agents begin to think like CEOs instead of employees, and they are building very robust, profitable, and scalable businesses in a variety of ways. At eXp, the agent, that's you, is not at the bottom like the old model. Instead, the agent is at the top because we actually share in the ownership of the company, and we're backed directly by a multi-billion-dollar international tech company. You are not renting at your brokerage for your career. You are owning your brokerage because it makes sense to be an owner, doesn't it? After looking at the eXp model versus the old school brokerage model, I realized that me working at an old school brokerage would be the same thing as working at Blockbuster. It didn't matter how successful I'd help the company be because I'd never hold any ownership. Working at eXp, my efforts to increase my business and the businesses of other agents around me directly impacts me because I hold ownership in the company. Let's break down how and why this works so well. There are three major components to eXp's innovative model. First is our cloud office. It's a virtual office that allows you to work from anywhere. These are the business systems I was telling you about that allow you to streamline your work and create more efficiencies in your business. eXp World is a cloud campus that allows you to attend meetings and classes and collaborate seamlessly with agents around the world. Have a question for your broker? Simply walk into their office during office hours and ask. An agent's ability to access their broker, company resources, collaborate with other agents, and attend classes is unparalleled with eXp World. Agents are able to cross-train across the world. In fact, this past year, I had the opportunity to teach fellow eXp agents all over North America. Did I have to physically fly somewhere and book a conference room? Not at all. Instead, I sat down at my computer and logged into eXp World, put my slide deck up on the virtual wall, and began teaching from the comfort of my home office. Just like they would if we were in a meeting in person, they would be able to raise their hands, ask questions, which create an incredible discussion environment for learning and growth. With eXp's technology, you're able to get any question you have answered fast. Have a question about a commission check? Head to accounting and ask. Looking for more education? Aren't we all? Good news. There's over 50 hours of live education every single week. Even better, it's being taught by other successful agents that are in the trenches with you right now. How amazing for me, a busy agent and new mom in Victoria, British Columbia, to have the ability to learn from mega team leaders in Toronto, Vancouver, California, New York. You cannot put a price tag on that kind of collaboration. It has literally shaved off years of struggle and figuring out in my business. You can attend classes that covered lead generation, social media, CRM management, farming, marketing, and so much more. Let me ask you a question. How much education and collaboration does your current company offer you? What is your current ability to pick up the phone and have access to people that are 5 or 10 years ahead of you in the business to advise you? Because let me tell you, the amount of education combined with the collaboration is nothing like I've ever seen before at eXp. It is unparalleled in this industry. On top of that, every agent at eXp gets the most powerful CRM and lead gen platform available today. It's called KV Core. Non-eXp agents pay over $500 per month for this service in Canada and $600 per month for this service in the States. That's over $6,000 and $7,000 respectively. This system sends buyers and seller leads right to your phone. Clients that are ready to buy right now, clients that are ready to sell right now. And KV Core is included for every eXp agent as part of their monthly tech fee, which is $139 Canadian and $85 US. KV Core is an industry-leading system that provides you with a personalized IDX website, CRM, email, and text campaigns, squeeze pages, landing pages, and the possibilities to create your own IDX. You also get SkySlope, which is the top transaction management software in the industry. SkySlope offers every agent to manage their business in an all-in-one paperless system. This system allows agents the ability to, again, be more efficient in their business because organization becomes effortless. Let's talk about marketing collateral. That's always a concern for agents as well. Good news, the eXp Marketing Center has over 5,000 pieces of marketing material for you to choose from. And you guessed it, it's all in the cloud. So it's easy for every agent to simply plug and play. Need an open house flyer? We've got you covered. Need postcard mailers? Yep, we've got those too. Signs, business cards, social media posts, it's all there in the eXp Marketing Center. Simply plug in your info and you're good to go. Literally everything you need to run not only an incredibly efficient business, but also a scalable business is provided for you. It's just a matter of you deciding to leverage it. Now, if you still want to go into a physical office, we understand. There's power and efficiency in that as well. You don't have to give up your physical office. Every eXp agent receives a Regis membership, so you can use any one of their thousands of flexible workspaces all over the country, all over North America actually. These spaces are beautiful and incredibly functional, giving teams of all sizes an inspiring environment to focus, collaborate, and do their best work. Work wherever your business takes you. Workspace locations are in every major town, city, and transport hub worldwide. Think of the opportunities with this at your disposal. Want to extend your family vacation? Book an office space in whatever city you're traveling to. I've actually done this when we were visiting family in New York. These are the features of the Cloud Office, which is the first major component to eXp Realty. The second major component to eXp Realty is the Agent Equity Program. eXp agents have ownership in the company as stockholders. Is there any other brokerage where the agents own a portion of the company? At eXp, we own the company together, a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar company with zero debt. We're traded on the NASDAQ alongside Apple, Amazon, and Google, and our ticker symbol is EXPI. At eXp, when you sell your first home each anniversary year, you get stock in the company. When you reach your commission cap, you get stock in the company. When an agent you brought to the company sells their first home, you get stock in the company. Can you begin to see how this creates an environment for collaboration amongst agents? We all own portions of the same company, so we're all working towards the same goal. When one agent at eXp wins, we all win. Now, if you're a top producing agent we proudly call icon agents, you can get up to $16,000, your entire cap back in stock, if you hit certain production numbers and cultural goals within your anniversary year. This component is worth you sitting down with a notebook and pencil to do the math. It's incredibly powerful. On top of that, yes, there's more. There's also an agent equity program that you can enroll in if you'd like. It's totally optional and amazing if you ask me. I wish I had started it sooner. Should you decide to enroll, eXp will allow you to take 5% of your commission checks and buy eXp stock at a 5% discount. I'm not sure what your financial advisor would tell you, and this decision is completely up to you. But as an independent contractor, this is a huge asset to my business. The third major component to eXp is the revenue share program. Now, we need to understand that a revenue share plan is fundamentally different than a profit share plan, because revenue and profit, as we know, are two very different things. Revenue is total earnings of a company without any expenses deducted. Profit, however, is total revenue minus all expenses. I don't know about you, but my revenue line item and my profit line item look fundamentally different in the sense that one tends to always be fundamentally larger than the other. If a business can show no profit, then a profit share plan has nothing to share. On the flip side, a revenue share plan always pulls numbers directly off the top before expenses are deducted. At eXp, when you sponsor an agent and they sell a home, you get a percentage of that commission, and that percentage comes off the eXp portion of the split, not the agent's. So let's break this down a little bit, because whether you ever sponsor an agent or not, the eXp revenue share plan is one of the most important components to eXp, because it supports agent collaboration, which always helps the growth of an agent's business. Agents you directly sponsor or partner with are in your first tier, and you receive 3.5% of their gross commission until they reach their cap of $16,000. So the maximum revenue share you can receive from an agent in your first tier is $2,800 per agent. If you create 10 Tier 1 partnerships with capping agents, you earn $2,800 times 10, or $28,000 per year. Your first 3 tiers are unlocked without directly sponsoring any agents. Now, from Tier 2, you receive 4% of the gross commission from those agents until they cap, which is a maximum of $3,200 per agent on Tier 2. So you actually receive more revenue share from your Tier 2 than your Tier 1, because you've expanded past your own business and have now focused on others. Now, when you've created 5 Tier 1 partnerships with producing agents, that unlocks revenue share on Tier 4, which are the agents your Tier 3 attracts to the company. So Tier 1 agents are the ones you personally attract, and Tier 2 agents are the ones your Tier 1 agents personally attract. And it goes down for 7 tiers. Creating circumstances for agents to collaborate is a big part of the company's culture, which is why you see agents building bigger than ever and more innovative than ever. As you attract more agents to the company, you can unlock more tiers. So when you attract 5 producing agents to the company, it unlocks Tier 4. When you attract 10 producing agents, it unlocks Tier 5, and so on until you unlock 7 tiers. As you can imagine, financially aligning agents into tiered partnerships suddenly changes agents' behavior. Instead of constantly competing with one another, we see agents collaborating on a massive scale. So instead of going it alone or paying huge sums for coaching, agents, even busy ones like myself, are now able to tap into resources that have never been available to them before. Let's be honest, real estate has never been for the faint of heart. It's an incredibly competitive industry that, if you're not careful, will consume you. It will consume you with demanding clients, never-ending transactions, and cutthroat colleagues. Not to mention the toll of being responsible for most people's biggest financial and emotional investments. The hamster wheel of transaction and the pursuit of continued growth keeps even the very best agent up at night. If you're not careful, it does become a consistent treadmill that is always picking up speed that you can never get off of, because what you did last year always needs to be repeated and be even better the following year. Under eXp's model, with the opportunity to gain stock in the company, paired with the ability to partner with other agents around the world and create passive income, which is a direct result of their expertise, agents can suddenly have the opportunity to create multiple revenue streams. Instead of being held captive by the industry, agents with careful planning and diligent effort are able to insulate their businesses and, like other professionals, create an exit strategy. I want you to do a little bit of math with me, okay? Write down these numbers. The first number is $2.35 million. The next number is 4%. And the third number is $94,000. So what do these numbers mean? If you want to retire and you've worked really hard and you've been incredibly disciplined to save an investment, $2.35 million, not easy to do. Most financial advisors will tell you that you can take 4% of that investment every year to live off of, without eroding your principal investment of $2.35 million. If you had $2.35 million of investment and each year pulled out 4% of that, you will have created a passive yearly income of $94,000. Now, let's take a look at another way to arrive at the number of $94,000 a year in passive income, but with a revenue share plan. With revenue share, if you attract 5 productive agents and those agents end up doing the same, you'd end up with 5 agents in your first year, which would yield you about $14,000 a year in passive income. If those 5 each bring 5, you'd have 25 agents onto your second tier, which would yield you about $80,000 a year in passive income. Add those together, and you guessed it, you've produced $94,000 in passive income, skipping over the minor step of saving over $2 million. Good decisions always tend to have good byproducts, and this holds true in this model as well. So not only do I get to create an incredible revenue stream for me and my family, but one in which we are able to enjoy the fruits of today. I now also get to collaborate with agents across the country and help them improve and increase their businesses. If I'm being honest, this has been the biggest surprise of my life and has vastly improved my own business in so many ways. So let's play with some numbers, shall we? When I first saw the model, I did a lot of math and ran a lot of scenarios, and I'd encourage you to do the same because we want to use our data to make an informed decision when it comes to our businesses. Remember, numbers never lie. So you're going to want to run some numbers on this. What if you attracted 10 productive agents and they each did the same? What would those numbers look like? In that scenario, you would have 10 agents on your first tier, which would yield you $28,000 a year, and 100 agents on your second tier, which would yield you $320,000 a year, for a total of $348,000 a year, or $29,000 per month in passive income. That is an incredible compensation for your contribution. Sure, it might take you 5 years to accomplish it, but remember how much you would have to save and invest in order to create $94,000 of passive income for retirement? $2.35 million. I think we can all agree that that number would also probably take 5 years or more to accomplish. In fact, anything that produces an incredible result often takes time, talent, and work to create. This is no different. So let's be clear, are all agents you attract going to be fully capping agents? Probably not. That's like thinking each of your kids are going to be a straight A student. And is every agent you attract going to bring 10 more with them? Again, no. Some will bring 0, others will bring 10, and others will bring 25. Also, participating in agent attraction is totally optional. You don't have to do it in order to reap the benefits of collaboration that comes with it. You don't have to attract any agents if you don't want to. But isn't it nice to know that if you do have a friend that decides to join the company, you'd be compensated for your efforts? At the end of the day, there are a variety of reasons that agents join us here at eXp. Some agents come for the cloud office and robust business systems. It helps them sell more homes. Others come for the amazing education offered and the collaboration that can be created. Still, others love the ability to earn stock or obtain health insurance. And yet, others just love the simple, low-cost fee structure, which outlines as follows. Every agent in the company, every agent is on the same commission structure, an 80-20 split with a $60,000 annual cap. So once you reach your $80,000 in GCI, you've reached your $16,000 cap. And you go to a 100% split with a $250 per transaction fee. After you do 20 transactions at $250 each, you reach what we call icon status. And that's when you can receive up to your entire $16,000 cap that you paid to the company back in the form of stock. After that, your transaction fee drops down to $75 per transaction for the rest of the year. By the way, for agents that work in high-end marketplaces and don't do as many transactions, usually the other way you can reach icon status and be eligible to earn your full $16,000 cap back is to earn total gross commission of $500,000 with at least 10 transactions. Back to the fees. There's a one-time startup fee of $199 Canadian and $149 US, which includes your first month's cloud brokerage fee. After that, your cloud brokerage fee is $139 a month in Canada and $85 a month in the US, which pays for all the systems. A $25 per transaction broker fee to make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, with a $40 per transaction risk management fee that caps at $500 per year. You'll never pay more than $500 per year for E&O insurance, and that's it. eXp in a nutshell. The growth of this company is extraordinary. We are now over 90,000 agents worldwide and are growing every single day. eXp is the largest independent company on the planet and is the fastest growing real estate company in the history of real estate. Let that sink in. We are currently in the US, Canada, the UK, and we just opened up in a whole host of other countries too. India, Australia, South Africa, Brazil, Portugal, and France. And as you can imagine, many more to go. The growth is astonishing to watch, and the collaboration and support are absolutely incredible to experience. Being at eXp, I am now able to focus on what truly matters, building my business, supporting my family, and being present for all those precious moments that make life worth living. So, why am I sharing this with you? Because I want you to know that there is another way, a better way, to do real estate. Whether you're a seasoned agent looking for a change or someone just starting out in the industry, eXp Realty offers an opportunity unlike any other. When you're ready to take your career to the next level and join a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about real estate and are dedicated to helping each other succeed, then I encourage you to reach out to me. Together, we can redefine what it means to be a successful real estate agent in today's ever-changing world. If you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. If you're not sure, share this video with a friend, one of your trusted friends, and ask their opinion on it, and then do the math, create a 5-year plan for yourself, and run the sample numbers under this model. Remove constraints and imagine what your business and life could look like. If you have any further questions, you can use the link below to schedule a call with me on my calendar or come say hi on Instagram. You can find me at Courtney Jane Calla. Listen, I'm on a mission to help more agents, especially moms like me, build businesses that better support our lifestyles. Businesses that create new opportunities for growth, businesses that allow for long-term gains, and that will provide new opportunities for me and my family. And I'd love for you to be a part of it. To all the women and moms, I'm here to tell you there is room for you in this industry. In fact, we need your hard-earned expertise and unique perspective. You can build a robust and scalable business that integrates into your lifestyle. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. I hope it inspires you to take the next steps towards creating your own success. And together, we can create a future where success knows no bounds.